Hi, my name is Zack Jones. I'm going to be taking you through Acts 10 through 14 today. And I like to play guitar. I work for Maduro Concrete. I used to be in the band at C8 Collinsville High School. I'll be joining the United States Air Force in August. And I have 3 siblings, Mike, Ethan, and Leah. Mike and Ethan are in the CCTU program right now. Leah is too young, and my parents, Gloria and Jeremy, run the CM campus. Today in Acts 10 through 14, we're going to be talking about Cornelius and servants for Peter. In chapter 11, the Church of Antioch. In chapter 12, Peter's escape from prison, which is a really great chapter. Paul and Barnabas island preaching in chapter 13. And in chapter 14, there's going to be preaching in the city and winning a lot of disciples, while in that end of that chapter, Paul is stoned. So my first highlight is going to be Cornelius sends servants for Peter to bring Peter to Cornelius' house. And Cornelius had his house very nice, ready and neat, ready for him to come and preach the word of God to him and his people. And when he went there, Peter, as soon as Peter arrives, tells the gospel to everybody. And as he was doing this, the Jews also criticized him for doing this because the Jews believed that the word of God only belonged to the Jews and not the Gentiles. But then Peter preached again that the word of the Lord is for everyone. God does not show favoritism to anybody, and that the gospel is for everyone in every nation. And that brings to my first highlight. That is going to be that when God calls, answer. Because when God called on Peter to go and talk to the Jews and tell them that the word of God is for everybody. And it also, when Cornelius had the vision to go get Peter, he immediately sends his 2 servants to go get Peter and bring it to his city. So my second highlight for you guys is the church in Antioch. So in this one, Stephen is murdered, and the believers who witnessed this, Paul also witnessed this murder as well before his conversion. So after these believers scattered all around, they all proceeded to preach the word to the Jews and not the Gentiles. But there's men who from Syria and Cyprus began preaching to the Gentiles. So instead of only talking to other Christians, they also talked to people who were not Jews, and that's how the word of God spread so far and so fast. And that brings me to my highlight, which is that God can make miracles from a mess. And because if Stephen was not murdered, all the Gentiles and all the believers would stay one place, and the word of God would not have spread so fast. So my third highlight is going to be Peter's escape from prison. So in here, when he gets arrested, he's arrested by 16 guards, and in his cell, he's chained to 2 of them. Both arms are chained to other sides, which you can't really try to escape from, because you'll try to wake one of the others up. So, and only he can only escape for something supernatural. But of course, an angel of the Lord comes up to Peter and removes his chains and walks out of prison with him. So, and that brings me to my application, which God is the only one where he can free you from your chains. So that was my quick overview of Acts, and thank you for going through this spiritual walk with me.